Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is October 31st, 2021. So we'll do a quick market prep for November 1st, 2021. So we are already approaching end of the year. It went by so quickly. And if you're celebrating Halloween, happy Halloween. So with that, let's jump in and get started. So we'll do a quick market update, spot trends with ETFs, look at charts and selected stocks, look at the beaten down stocks and see if we can buy some of those, look at few trends to benefit from, and also look at top stocks, high short ratio, unusual volume, and also most active stocks and few more trends. And then look at the best way to grow your portfolio, which is looking at rule of 40, where gross margin plus sales growth greater than 40%, positive net margin, and low debt. So with that, we got an action-packed agenda here. Let's jump in and get started. To get a market update, let's quickly go to Thinkorswim from TD Ameritrade. As you look through here, we got S&P 500 cruising along pretty nicely, as you can see here at the record territory. At this point, I'll be careful to put my money into this ETF right away. Instead, I will buy some selected stocks and play that way. There are very good stocks to buy and which are at a reasonable price. I would rather buy those stocks. We'll look at some of those. And if you look through the Nasdaq is a rocket ship, as you can see here. It's humming along pretty nicely here. So I would do the same thing here. Look at some great stocks to buy at this time versus chasing the Nasdaq 100 itself or a QQQ ETF here. And if you look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average here, it's humming along pretty nicely. Also at the record territory, we should do the same thing. Look at some few selected stocks and go after those. Russell 2000 is a little weaker, as you can see here. Still, it's higher highs, which is a good story here. Same story. Let's look at a few great stocks here and take it from there. Now let's jump into the bond market here and see what's cooking in the bond market. As you look through bond market here, you got bonds also trying to go higher, as you can see here. Nice run here, a little bit weak on Thursday. Friday it went well. And as you look through the interest rate is coming down. That's a good news for stock market. That's why stock market is a little bit in a better shape now. And crude oil is again rocket ship here. I would not be chasing this one. Let it cool off a little bit and then we can buy. And then as you look through here, we got gold here. Gold is a little weak. I'm willing to buy some good gold names here and take it from there. Now what we'll do is we'll look at a few stock charts here and see what we can make out. Let's look at a set of stocks here to see what's going on in the market. These are the big market cap type stocks here. You got Apple here after some trouble with their earnings. It's trying to go higher, as you can see here. Right now, as you see, Apple is down a little bit. At this time, I'm selectively buying Apple. Given it's a nice company, they've got hardware, they got software, they got also some of these chips that they're making. It's a well-oiled machine. I'm slowly willing to buy Apple into any downturn. So slowly accumulating Apple as usual. And then you got Microsoft. Microsoft is a rocket ship. It's they don't have too much baggage like Apple on the hardware side. Mainly software. They do have some hardware, as you all know. It's a rocket ship here under Satya Nadella's leadership here. I would be willing to wait for a little pullback here. Microsoft officially surpassed Apple as the biggest capitalization stock here. That's a great news for Microsoft. And then we got here Amazon.com. After the earnings, stock came down pretty hard here, down 74, as you can see here. I'm willing to buy Amazon at these levels here and accumulate slowly. It's a great stock here, and the Jassies are doing the right thing by giving a little bit low expectations, and next time they will beat it handily. And they're also investing in Rivian, which is a autonomous driving company here. That's a good story here. Amazon is always thinking 10 years ahead and making investments. And then we got Facebook here, or Meta should I say. Facebook, as you can see, are coming down here pretty hard. I would be willing to buy Facebook. I think their Meta has got some legs. I think they can do very well and turn a chapter with all this bad press about Facebook. So with that, let's look at a few more here and then go from there. Now we look at a few more stocks here. We got Google, absolutely rocket ship. I will not be chasing Google at this time. And as you look through here, Netflix is again rocket ship going higher. Let's wait for this to cool off. Keep watching the RSI levels here. They're hitting the ceiling here. So that's why it's good to wait a little bit. They will always come down when the RSI is at the top here. You can see here RSI top. Stock came down a little bit, so we'll wait for a little pullback here. And Nvidia, same story, rocket ship here. We would wait for a little pullback. RSI tells us it's too hot right now. Let's wait for a cool off here. And J&J, on the other hand, you could still buy at these levels here. Stock has come back pretty hard here. And as you look through here, RSI levels are pretty reasonable here. You could buy some J&J at these levels. And we look at few more here and then jump into details. So we got here a few more. We got our favorite Tesla here. Tesla is absolutely rocket ship here. Right now RSI is off the charts here. Stock is completely overbought. I would wait for a little pullback here. You know, this makes Elon Musk the wealthiest man in the world. And then got AbbVie, one of my favorite stocks in the healthcare segment. It's showing some strength, as you can see here, still off of its high here. I would be slowly willing to buy AbbVie on the down days here. And then you got Square here, Jack Dorsey's company here, down 6. I would be willing to buy Square here on pullbacks and accumulate slowly. And then you got one of my favorite in the cybersecurity, CrowdStrike here, doing great here. RSI is about let's see here, 59. I would wait any pullbacks. I would be buying CrowdStrike and take it from there. So with that, let's jump in here, look at some quick news items and then dive in. From a news item perspective, we got Facebook here changing the name to Meta. They got a lofty vision to rule the world in the Meta universe here and also in augmented reality and virtual reality. And we got Apple misses their sales first time here since 2018 amid of supply constraints. You could see this as earnings progresses. I think many companies have same issue here. And then you got Amazon.com here, earnings drop 50%, holiday forecast disappoints. This company is typical. They will under promise and over deliver. I'll be a buyer of Amazon's and take it from there. And we got Atlassian or Team. They're a record high here. That's a great company. And we got a few more like Starbucks. Good to buy Starbucks slowly here. And Shopify, HPE, MasterCard, all are doing great here. And Twilio and ServiceNow, they slip a little bit. So we should look at some of those names here. So with that, what we'll do is we'll jump in into trending some ETFs and see what we can buy in the ETF world and how the trend is. So let's jump in, look at the ETF here and take it from there. From an ETF perspective, as you can look through here, we got S&P 500 or SPY as you call it, mother of all ETFs here, humming along pretty nicely, up 0.2% in one day, and keep watching. It's almost at the record territory here. I would not be chasing this one here. What I would normally do is I will watch this RSI column here. By looking at RSI, I know what are the good ones to buy at these levels and focus on. From a trend perspective, as you can see here, emerging markets, the intriguing area here. It's been down of late. I would be willing to put my money into emerging markets slowly and take it from there. And as you scan through, keep watching the RSI levels here. We got one more XME metals. We could slowly invest in metals here, take advantage of this downturn in metals. And then as you scan through here, keep watching the RSI levels. We got here two more. We got XLC. This is where we got Facebook, Twitter, and so on and so forth. You could buy that area here. And then you got XRT or the retail here. You could also buy some retail names, take advantage of this downturn here. So with that, what we'll do is we'll look at few more trends here and see what we can make out. So what I will do is I'll change the sort a little bit here and sort it a little differently. So as we go here, we'll change our filters here. Instead of spider, we'll look at trends. What we'll do is we'll look at major trends only, so that way we can take advantage of these major trends. There you go. So from a major trend perspective, let's quickly sort this by volume here. Great. So from a major trend perspective, the crypto here is a rocket ship here. As you see here, Ethereum is doing great here, still almost at the top here. I would not be buying Ethereum or Bitcoin at these levels here. I would be waiting for a nice pullback, and then I will jump in. Keep watching the RSI levels like we are looking at here. RSI on the IBB here, biotechnology is low here. You could buy in the biotechnology area here and make some money given RSI is low, indicates there are good bargains in this area. And then you got human genomics, again, great area to invest in. Right now RSI is 47, lot of bargains in this area. This is why I like to invest in the areas where there are great companies and it's at a bargain price. That's where we jump in and buy and take it from there. Next area is here, cannabis area, completely sold out at this time. RSI 35, keep watching here. Minus 2.3 in 1 day, minus 5.2 in 5 days, so on and so forth, down big time, still up for the year. So that's why I would invest a little bit into this names in the cannabis cohort and go from there. Then keep watching here. We got Fintech here. Fintech is also down with RSI 55. We could buy some great Fintech stocks and take it from there. And then we got few more areas. We got space exploration here with the Cathy's company here. Low RSI, we could buy some in that area. Then you got here social media, same story. You could buy some social media stocks. Artificial intelligence is still hot at this time. I would be willing to wait a little bit and then buy some artificial intelligence names. So with that, what we'll do is now we'll go to selected countries and see how are the countries doing and where we can invest in. So what I'll do is I'll go to here sector and just look at the countries. There you go. So we'll also sort this by volume, and so that we have a nice sort here and take it from there. All right. So as you look through here, we got EEM, like we talked about, emerging market. That's a good place to start here with the low RSI. Then we got Brazil. Brazil is absolutely clocked here and clobbered. I would be willing to buy great stocks from Brazil, like Pags, Stoneco, and some of those companies here. That's a great opportunity here. China is also down off late. I'm willing to buy some Chinese names here. There are a lot of great Chinese stocks we could buy at these levels and take it from there. I will look at some of these trends here to see what we can buy in the Chinese names. And then we got here a few more. Japan is down a little bit. South Korea is also down. You could take advantage and buy some good stocks in those areas. And then you got Germany and even Hong Kong down. Russia is down. You could buy some Russian stocks. The given market is down here. And as you scan through, we got some opportunities in EWW. Mexico, as you can see here, Mexico is down. And we got Latin America. And we got a few more like India. India is also intriguing now. You could buy some Indian names here. Think Infosys, think Wipro, and some of those stocks here. And we got Chile and South Africa. They're also down here. So, I mean, the thumb line here is really, we should not just look at US, all the indices are hitting top. Instead, look broadly and see where are the bargains, what sectors we have bargains and what countries we have bargains, and go after the bargains. That's the way to go. Otherwise, you'll be chasing at the top and it's not going to work out properly. So with that, what we'll do now is we'll look at the stock market and see what we can make out in the stock market and go from there. So let me jump into our stock market list here and try to look at the few trends here. What I've done here is I have sorted all these stocks here by 5-day performance here. Stock at the top here, CRTX, as you can see here, it's down 78% in 5 day. And also I sorted, filtered by volume greater than 500,000 shares traded on Friday. So these are really have good volume here. So, this one is just a $13 stock here, a very low market cap, 391. And as you scan through, down big time, and there is nowhere green here, everywhere red. So in these type of scenarios, what I typically do is I'll put a little bit of my money and watch it. So that way it's a contrarian play for me. So I will see how it goes. And typically these type of stocks will be good. In a couple maybe months or so, you can make a nice profit. And then you got few more here, retail value, Raphael, and so on and so forth. Keep watching Raphael. There's a nice insider buy, nice institution buy. Stock is sold off here. And as you look through here, very, very low market cap. It can be easily manipulated. In these type of scenarios also, I put some money into this, given insiders also putting their money and institutions are putting their money. Given it's stock right now, stock is down big time and there is no sales growth, it's also a contrarian play. On the other hand, stocks like Funware here, linked to Donald Trump's social media company here, ex-president Donald Trump. So these type of things, given it's gone up so much in 10 days and 1 month, I think we should wait a little bit. RSI level is 62, tells you, hey, wait and watch, don't jump in right now. So I'll be willing to wait a little bit and slowly buy. This will make another wave as usual and take it from there. And keep watching the short ratio levels here. When the short ratio is high, there's a chance this can create a short squeeze type scenario here. And then we got few more as you look through here. As you look through here, EYE. And I think this is a $98 million stock here, down big time in 5 days. You could look at some of these names and buy them slowly and take it from there. And what I will do is now I will increase the the volume to 1 million, so that way we can look at a little more candidates with the more volume. So let's go here and change our volume here to 1 million shares traded, so that way we get better numbers. All right, now we get 1 million shares, and we'll also look at this. I think sorting is good. We still have good sort here. So here we got even a little bit better candidates with the higher volume. This is one more Trump's company here. As you look through here, this one also is coming down big time after 580 market, after 580% increase. This is also linked to Trump's social media. And then we got Best here, a Chinese trucking company here. I would be willing to buy Best slowly here and accumulate here. They have sold one of their business to a competitor. That's why stock dropped off. They got good money in their balance sheet right now. And we got Chinese real estate play here, KE Holdings or BEKE. This is a good one. As you can see here, nice sales growth here, nice gross margin. Stock has been dropping off. I would be willing to put some of my money in this one and take it from there. And as you scan through here, you got few more. Look at TIGR, a good one here. Even Futu, it's also a good one. I'm also willing to put my money to FDMT 4D molecular, again a good one here. We can scan through here, and we got Zendesk, good, nice sales growth, nice gross margin. Stock is completely clobbered here, as you see here, 5-day 25%. You could put some money there. You got Kingsoft, Chinese company here. Pinterest, absolutely great stock to buy at this time, and it's a long-term play here. And we got WeWork, which came public. Right now, stock is at 1022. You could be a contrarian and slowly keep accumulating some WeWork. They got a good business model in the real estate. And we got few more here. Upwork is getting clobbered here, as you see here. It's a great stock here. You could slowly buy some Upwork and take it from there. And we got Twilio clobbered here big time. and we got shift 4, one of my favorite, also clobbered. So now what we'll do is we'll go after this into a little more methodically. Look at the stocks with the sales growth and gross margin. So what we'll do is we'll go in here and say I want sales growth quarter over quarter greater than 0. So that way we get nice growth companies. And I will also increase gross margin here, say greater than maybe say 30% or 20%. So we get a little more better candidates here, and we can work our way through. So as you look through here we got a little more better companies here. As you look through, we got RVI with a nice sales growth, nice gross margin. Stock is down big time, still up nicely in 1 year. You could take advantage of such names here and slowly put some of your money here. Given there is a low market cap, this can improve. Then we got the SG blocks here, as you see here. Again, nice sales growth, nice gross margin. Stock has been dropping big time here, and nice growth here, as you can see here. Low RSI, you could buy this one too. Retail value, as you can see, a little bit high RSI, but given stock has dropped off, you could still buy. And then you got your CareDx here. Look through RSI, it's a little lower here. A nice sales growth. You could buy some of this stock also, along with your TIGR, Zendesk, and so on and so forth. These are all great stocks. You could take advantage and buy this. And what we'll do now is we'll take it a notch higher and say we want net margin positive. Before we go to net margin positive, let's look at low debt candidates here, so that way we get a better idea of better candidates here. I will say debt ratio less than 0.6. There you go. So this should give us even stronger candidates with the low debt. I love companies with low debt here. Many times smaller companies cannot make it from a net margin perspective because they're still investing in their own product here. But typically it's good to have low debt. So as you see here, these companies have got low debt here. And keep watching the RSI levels. Some of them have got high RSI, I would avoid them, but many of them have got low RSI. I would go after those candidates. Let's say RSI level, say less than 52 or 53 here, just to look at the candidates where which are pulled back here. So these are the better candidates here. You could go after these candidates here, buy them safely into this weakness and take it from there. Keep watching here. We got some Chinese names like Huya. We got TIGR here. You could buy that one too. And we got GoTo, again a Chinese name. Billy, Whips, again Chinese name. PDD, same story. You could buy some of these stocks. Given there is a low debt here, companies are growing, as you can see here. These are great candidates. And if you're a put option seller, keep watching IV percentile here. Stocks like FIS, Fidelity here, you could make some good money. There is a high IV percentile and low RSI. Better candidates for you to put some money and sell some put options. As you look through here, there are great stocks. I would recommend you to take a look at these here and buy some great companies. Even gold stock here, gold is down of late. AUY, a good one, nice sales growth. As you look through here, low RSI, low debt. It's a growing company. You could buy that one too. Kirkland Gold, again another gold company. I buy this from time to time. It's a good one to buy at these levels here. Nice sales growth and low RSI. 23 RSI is 50, which is very low at this time. And you could look at our cannabis cohort here, Tilray. Tilray is down big time, low RSI here. You could buy some Tilray and take advantage of this downturn here. And we got few more in the gold category here. We got NEM, CDE, one of my favorite low price stock here. This is also a good one to buy here. Indian stock like Wipro, good one. And as you look through here, we got some of these internet names like Roku, good one to buy at these levels here, low RSI. Okta, one of my favorite here, stock is dropped off at this level, so you could buy Okta here. Jumia, it's again an e-commerce play in South Africa and African region. It's a good one to buy at these levels with a low RSI. And you could look here, we got some of our blockchain technology stock here, right? Blockchain. This is not participating in the crypto going higher. You can slowly buy this. We got few more you can look through here. I think all great stocks here. Even Bitfarm here. This is not participating in the Bitcoin rally. You could buy this one too. And we got Indian stock here. Infosys dropping off here. Low RSI, good one to buy and sock it away. And we got few more as you can scan through here. You could buy these names here slowly and and accumulate. So what we'll do now is I know many of you like to really buy high IV percentile stocks and do some put option trading. We can sort this by high IV percentile. That should give you the nice high IV percentile stocks here. Let's say I want IV percentile greater than, say, 45 is good enough here, and we'll go from there. As you look through here, now we got great nice candidates here. Let's see what's going on. This is not quite right. Let's say greater than 45%. Oh, just 45. There you go. So this should give you nice stocks with a good IV percentile here. You could look at these stocks here. All have got high IV percentile as you see here. Let me also sort this by IV percentile also. So that way we have nice IV percentile high at the top here. There you go. So now you see here we got all top IV percentile stocks at the top here. And you could look at some of these names here. Given there is a low RSI level, keep watching the RSI levels, all low RSI, high IV percentile. Many of them have got nice sales growth and gross margin here. And we also selected low debtors. We don't want this high debt here. These are the stocks you could slowly start buying some put options. We can also increase the price here, because typically when you sell put options, you want the price to be a little high, so that way you can bring some money in terms of premium. As you look through, these are the stocks you could sell some put options and make some money. We got CDNA, TX, Global Pay, FIS, MDT, and so on and so forth. Stocks are beaten down as you can see here with the low RSI level here. At the same time, we got IV percentile high. That makes it an ideal candidate for you to sell some put option. Keep watching here. My favorite stocks like AZEC, Vertex, all are great here. TTD, you could sell some put spread underneath the current stock price and make some money that way. So with that, what we'll do is we'll turn off this price filter here, so that way it does not hamper us. And we'll still keep the other filters and go from there. Now what we'll do is, we will look at companies which are making money, net margin positive. This is a little more restrictive, but I think it's a good one to look at. So that way you get nice candidates that are making money and not the money losers. So with that, let's say greater than 0 here from a net margin. Look here, we got here set of companies here. Let me remove my IV percentile filter here, so that way we don't need to look at high IVs. So keep looking here. These are the nice companies, nice sales growth, nice gross margin. You could invest in these companies here. Let me also sort it by 5-day, stock that are dropped off in 5-day, so that way you get nice candidates which are beaten down at this time that you could buy. There you go. So these are the stocks that have dropped off big time in last 5 days. These companies make money, net margin positive. They got sales growth, they got nice gross margin. So you could take advantage instead of chasing these high octane stocks at the top. These are the stocks which are fallen off at this time. As you can see here, 1 day, 5 day, big drop. Companies still have nice sales growth, nice gross margin. Also, companies are making money, net margin is positive, and low debt. These are the ultimate stocks you could buy. You got various sectors covered here, right from social media like Pinterest here. We got China covered with the TIGR, and we got Huya here, and Wipshop, and few more. And we got multiple sectors. Fintech is down, as you know here. Fintech is covered with FIS Fidelity here, and we got few more like GPN, again Fintech, which is down at this time. You could buy this one too. And we got coverage when it comes to gold here with AUY, Kirkland, AEM, all great stocks here. Also CDE. We got coverage when it comes to India with the Wipro here, and Infosys somewhere down the line. I think those are the great stocks. And this is where I kind of sort it out and make sense out of this whole madness here, and buy the great stocks at the discount. What I will do is I will take this net margin off here, because we know there are a lot of startups with the net margin negative. We don't want to exclude them. This will give us the great stocks. They may not have net margin positive in all cases, but still great stocks you could buy at these levels and take it from there. So now what we'll do is really, we'll look at a few more areas. One of my favorite way to look at, these stocks is look at stocks with an unusual volume. That gives me some good impression where the money is going after, and go from there. So from that purpose, what I will do is I will drop off these filters here for a minute, so you get a lay of the land. Then we can put the filters on. Still I got volume greater than 1 million filter here, and I can remove these two filters also. All right, so we'll go here and say I want stocks with an unusual volume. So I can go here and go to my relative volume here and say relative volume greater than, say, 1.5. So normally I want to look at the stocks which are traded 1.5 times their normal volume. This could be good candidates when it comes to unusual volume, and there is something is up. That's why stock the volume has increased here than the average 3-month volume. As you can see here, all these stocks have got unusual volume, as they say. And now we can whittle down and see what we can buy. As you see here, we got SBGX, which has got growth here. We got CDNA, low price stock here. There's a growth here. TIGR, Zen, all have got unusually high volume. It's trading volume is 1.5 times more than the normal volume. And that's why typically I like to look at those names to see what's going on here, and focus on a little more stronger candidates, and then take it from there. And what we'll do is we'll look at some of these names here, and look at growth names. We want to look at growth names with the unusual volume. So what we'll do is we'll change here the gross margin positive companies. Say let's make it 10% here, so that way we get a little more solid companies here. And also we can say quarterly sales greater than 0 here. And we don't want to chase the stock at the top. We'll keep the RSI lower, say less than say 53 here, so that way we get better candidates. So as you look through here, these are the stocks with the unusually high volume, more than 1.5% 3-month average. So you could look at some of these names here, and these stocks are beaten down because we put the RSI filter here, and buy some of these and take advantage of this unusual volume. Just for the chuckles, what I will do is I will increase the unusual volume here even more. I will say I want to look at unusual volume greater than 2%. That will give you even highly high unusual volume here, and this one will be good one to look at and take it from there. As you look through here, we got stocks like SGBX, CDNA, TIGR, and so on and so forth, still down big time in 5 days, you can see here, and unusual volume. Let's also sort this by drop here, 5 day smallest to largest here. These are the beaten down stocks with a unusually high volume. So you could take advantage of these stocks here and buy them into this downturn and take advantage. Now what we'll do is we'll turn off this unusual volume, and many of you want to look at beaten down stocks with a nice analyst rating of a buy or strong buy. So we'll turn off this relative volume and look at the stocks with a buy or a strong buy analyst recommendation. So that will give you a little more stronger candidates. There you go, buy and strong buy. So as you look through here, these are all the stocks. Still we got a 5-day dropped off big time. As you can see here, we have the beaten down stocks with the buy rating or a strong buy rating. As you look through here, we got stocks like CDNA, TIGR, Zen, Pinterest, all with the buy or strong buy ratings here. Even Upwork, API is a good one here. Stock has been dropping off. I've been slowly accumulating this, waiting for a pullback here. I'm willing to wait a little longer. We got Upwork, any, all of these have got nice, strong buy or a buy analyst rating, and stocks have been beaten down at these levels. I would be willing to buy these at these levels and take it from there. Look here, Twitter, Jack Dorsey's company dropping off big time. Good to slowly buy. We got IQ here, again, great Chinese company here. Teva is it's been hit and miss on Teva, good trading vehicle, but these type of generic drugs are not doing great of late. And we got a few more here. Garmin, absolutely great company, dropped off big time. You could buy some Garmin here, and so on and so forth. I also like a Match here. Data Nexus is a good one to buy. It's been dropped off, and even MoneyGram. So now what we'll do is we'll look at volume. I love to see where the volume is going. We'll turn this off for a moment here, the strong buy recommendation, and look at the volume. And what I will do is I will turn off all the filters for now here and look at where the volume is going. All right. So, volume is a very good indication here. Typically, wherever the volume goes, that gives you market action. Where are the people putting their money on? I always try to look at most active stocks and then trim it down to see what we can buy now, looking at the RSI levels. Give it a minute, let it do its magic here. There we go. So as you look through here from a volume perspective, little known stock here, you would not have thought about this unless you are absolutely looking at these stocks here. Small stocks, Metten Holdings. Stock price is 62 cents here. Market cap is very, very, very low, $80 million here. Look here how the stock is done. In one day, 3.2 up. 5-day 102% up. People are really making money in these small stocks. There is a volume going into these names here. Right now RSI is hot here, so I would be willing to wait a little bit. But these are the names, if you're active in the market here, keep watching where the volume is going. That will tell you how you can make some progress in your trading techniques here. So what I would do typically is I would not buy at these levels. If you're up to it, you could short at these levels, slowly, or even buy some put options at the higher price. That's a better strategy than shorting, especially these names. Some of these names you could do that and then go from there. So what we'll do now is, some of the names, what we'll do is we'll put some filter on this to look at the low RSI stocks. We can benefit from this and buy. So we'll put our filters back on here and say we like high volume, but we don't want to buy the stocks at the top here. Let's say RSI level less than 51. So that way we get nice candidates here which are sold off and they got high volume. So this is what I would typically focus on, so that way I don't buy stocks at the top here and look at better candidates. Look here, all great great volume here, and keep watching the RSI levels here. I would not buy this one here. Crypto stock here done nicely. RSI is 0, probably it's a new stock, as you can see here, a little bit newer. I would wait for this one. But other stocks here with low RSI, like you see here, UAWS, PBR is a good one too. You could go after some of these candidates which are also beaten down with the low RSI. And if you want stronger candidates, what you could do is really you could say, hey, I want sales growth greater than zero. So you get even stronger candidates which is with the high volume, and you could go after those here. So if you keep watching this, now we got stronger quarter over quarter sales growth here, and low RSI, good one. We could remove some of these stocks with a high debt load, so that way we can focus on greater or better stocks here. Let's say debt load here less than zero point 0.6. Now even we get stronger candidates, as you can see here. So these are the good ones. You could start investing in these type of names. Volumes are high as indicated by our chart here. If you look through, go to the volume here. We got here nice high volume, as you see here. Let's see here, 59 million, sorted by highest volume at the top, as you see here. So I would look at these candidates here. UAWS, nice sales growth, gross margin is good, net margin is negative because company is still working through the products. And you could buy such names. Also high short ratio. Intel is one of my favorite here. It's out of favor right now. Stock is trying to turn around right now. You could buy some Intel at these levels. And you got Whale here with all the Brazilian stocks beaten down here. This one is also beaten down. You could buy some Whale here. Facebook, EDU, again one of the Chinese play here. IDEX, all great names. Even Zynga here, video game play here. I think it's good to buy at these levels. Hexo, which is cannabis play. TIGR, which is a China play. You could look at these names here. There is a volume here. These are liquid stocks, and there is also, these are also beaten down, evidenced by low RSI. We got few more as you can think through here. We got BT here. I would wait a little bit here, a little high RSI for me. Whenever you see here yellow, wait a little bit, apply some caution here. Stocks have gone up even though there is a low RSI. And I would look at gold stocks like NEM. GGB is a good one here. I think this is also beaten down at these levels. I like to buy these iron type companies here. I think this will do well. And we got few more as you look through here. Tulio, Metronics is again beaten down here. GoTo, I've been buying some of these GoTo below $3. It's a good play. And we got few more with Indian stock here. Opco is a good one. You could slowly buy some Opco. It's turning around, as you can see here. And we got a few more as you can scan through here. Cerner, a good play here. You could buy some Cerner, trying to turn around, as you can see here. And we got a few more as you can look through here. These are some strong candidates you could buy, take advantage of this high volume situation and low RSI. And now what we'll do is we'll look at few more sectors. I know many of you want to look at low price stocks here. Let's look at few low price stocks and go from there. And I'll sort this off, actually turn the filter off here and look at low price stocks. There you go. So let's say I want to see price less than $10. So that way you kind of get a good idea what stocks I can buy. Price is less than $10, and I want to really sizzle my portfolio and make some money. So I think our sort has gone a little other way here, less than. There you go. So these are all the stocks with the price less than $10, and volume is greater than let's turn up the volume here. Let's say volume is greater than 500,000, so that way we get a nice volume here. Or even we can notch it up to 1 million, so we get stronger candidates. There you go. These are all the very small price stocks here with the great volume. We sorted by volume greater than 1 million. And we could also look at starting with the beaten down stocks here. Let's say sort by stocks which are down big time in last 5 days. There you go. So you can look at these names here. These stocks have dropped off big time in last 5 days, and all the stocks are less than $5. You could make some good money trading these. I love trading these names because they can increase pretty quickly, 50%, two baggers pretty quickly if you play it right. So next filter what we'll do is really we don't want the stocks with the high RSI because those are a little expensive already. Instead I want to look at low RSI. I will filter this down here and say RSI less than say 51 here, so that way I get a little more better candidates here. These are all great stocks, low price as you can see here. Right now RSI levels are low, less than say 50 here. Some of them are really low here. So from this point onwards, we can filter it down further, and we can say, you know what, we don't want to invest in the gross margin negative companies. We want gross margin to be positive. So we could say, gross margin greater than zero. These are really, or let's say 10% here. So we want these companies to at least have some good margin. So now we are getting a little more better candidates, as you can see here. Some of them are satisfying the rule of 40, as you can see here, with nice sales growth and gross margin greater than 40%. So as you focus on these candidates here, these are the better candidates. And we could also look at removing some of these high debt candidates here. So like these ones here, so that way we focus on low debtors. Let's say here less than 0.6 here, so that way we get a little bit low stocks with low debt. There we go. Now we are going somewhere. As you can see here, we got nice set of stocks, still low price, as you can see here. Some of them are much lower penny stocks, as you see here. We got some of those as you scan here. SXTC is one of them. And keep watching here. We got low RSI, tells you stock is down big time or pulled back here. And all of these stocks have got nice gross margin here, which is a good one. We like that. And sales growth in some cases is negative, like do you here. But I think overall they got low debt. That tells you these companies have money and they don't have too much debt with them. You could go after these candidates here, which are better off here. And you could also do one more thing, keep watching how the stocks are doing in the near term. For example, next play here, stock is doing a little bit better in 1 day here. You could go after such candidates here, and that will give you a little more better idea. And normally what I will also do is instead of sorting by 5 day, I would rather sort by say 1 year. That way beaten down stocks in 1 year that are turning around. That's one of my favorite techniques here. Let's do it that way. Let's change our filter, change our sort here. And let's say I want to sort by 1 year performance here. And I want smallest at the top, and from there we will work our way, and this will give us a little more better candidates with the nice trending that we can look at. So we'll turn this volume off here. Let's say volume greater than 1 million shares traded. There we go. And now we can turn on the gross margin here. Gross margin, we want this to be greater than 10% here. And we want low price stocks here, less than 10%. I think our filter went away. Let's say less than $10 here, so that way we get good candidates here. So see here, we got all the stocks with which are dropped off big time in 1 year. 96% off in 1 year, the top one go to. But keep watching what's going on in the near term. It's getting a little bit better, even though you cannot see some of these names here. It's they are trying to consolidate as you go forward. These type of names you could buy slowly. Let's also do the debt here. We don't want too much debt on the balance sheet. 0.6, that's good enough. So now you see here, you get some of these companies which are beaten down big time, like GoTo, like EDU, like DoYu. All three are Chinese play, including eBond here. but they are trying to show some gross margin positive, and some of these are trying to slowly make some progress in the near term. In the 1 day 5 day, they have not dropped off too much. Look at edu here, they're up in 1 month. Look at GoTo here, they're just down 4% in 1 month. They're trying to turn the corner here. That's where I put some money here slowly and make some progress. And RSI, let's do one thing. Let's say RSI level less than 51 here. So that way we get rid of high RSI candidates here. There you go. So you could look at this here and look at this candidate with the low RSI and beaten down big time in 1 year, and many of them are showing some progress in 1 month or even 1 day 10-day type time frame. Those are the ones you could slowly buy. Look at Huya here making some progress in 1 month, even though they dropped off big time in 1 year. And you could look at one more here. This one has gone up so much, I would wait a little bit on this one. But generally you could look at stocks which are showing some strength. Even GEOD here, just $3 stock here, making some progress. You could buy this one too. And I would also look at SRGA. There's a question about this company, SRGA. It's a good one. You see here, nice insider buy, nice institution buy. Stock is turning around, down big time in 1 year, but it's turning around. There's a nice gross margin here. There's a quarter over quarter sales growth. You could buy a penny stock like SRGA here and accumulate. As you look through here, we've got few more. You can keep watching the 1 day 5 day 10 day here. Stocks like MICT here trying to turn around, as you see here. And we got few more which are turning around already. We got here Glory Star turning around, and we got few more like Candy again turning around here slowly. You could invest in such small price stocks here and go from there. What I will do now, for the checkers, let's sort this by price. We want to look at low price stocks at the top here. Let's do that and take it from there. I will say sort by price here. And we want smallest at the top. Now we are looking at very small cap stock at the top. Most of these are many of these are some of these are penny stocks, as you see here. You got GPL. As you look through here, nice gross margin, and net margin is positive, meaning company is making money, not losing money. Very low market cap. You could look at these type of names and slowly see if it's worth buying. As you see here, it's trying to improve here. In 1 month it's just -6%. In 5 years it's down big time. Not a ideal candidate, but you could slowly put some money and see how it plays out. And we got tough built here. This one has got nice sales growth, as you can see here. And stock is trying to turn around in a 10-day and 1 month, down big in 1 year. You could take a look at these candidates here. The moment you see green here, that tells you it satisfies rule of 40, gross margin plus sales growth, quarter over quarter sales growth greater than 40%, and better candidates. I've been slowly buying some BIOL last year. It's a good one with a nice insider buy here. You might have to wait a little longer, but given there is a nice sales growth and gross margin, it may be okay to wait. Then you got your NKD here, nice inside institution buy here, low price stock. It's also trying to turn around, as you can see here. So some of these are for you folks who want to really buy low price stocks here and still you want to make some money. And we could turn a notch higher and tell, you know what, I want positive sales growth companies and not the negative sales growth. If I say this, if I say greater than 0 here, now you'll get low price stocks with a positive sales growth here. So you could look at these candidates here, which are a little more stronger. Many of these, as you see here, all of these satisfy rule of 40 here. And many of these are turning around in 1 day 5 day. These are typically good candidates for you to grow your portfolio and go from there. As a thumb rule, don't put all your money in one basket. You buy a couple of these. That will give you good cushion here, so you are not wiped out when market goes down. So this is for you who want to grow your portfolio with a smaller account size, but still, you want to make some progress. Look at these stocks here, and that will serve you right. And keep watching the ones where insiders are buying, institutions are buying, as you see here. Those are the good ones with a nice catalyst here. You could play along, and keep watching 1 day, 5 day as usual. That will also give you some nice idea. So with that, this is typically what I do to grow my small accounts into big accounts, and that works out pretty well. And many of times, whether Dow Jones jumps by 1,000 or say 100, these stocks don't care. These are secular type growth stocks here. They just keep doing their own thing. That's why I like these companies. You can remove the noise of this market going up and down, and buy a couple of these stocks and play along. So with that, what we'll do now is, we'll look at one or two trends here, and then go from there. I will, do the sort off, filter off here, and we'll, look at few trends and take it from there. So I will put my volume trend on here, so we get a nice 1 million plus volume, and look at few things here. All right. Okay, all these stocks have got nice 1 million volume here. And what we noticed earlier is, China is making a small comeback. Let's first look at China here and see what we can, do in China. So let me go here and look at country and look at China here. So these are all Chinese stocks for you folks who are playing the Chinese stock game here. They're trying to recover. Let's do one thing. Let's do low debtors. We don't want high debt candidates here. We don't want to burn ourselves. Want a little more stronger candidates. So that should do it. Now we get all the strong candidates with the low debt load. And we also want the candidates where there's at least some good gross margin. I would say greater than 10% here. There you go. Now we get a little nicer candidates here. All these are Chinese stocks, as you can see here. And look what's going on here. Some of these are turning around. That's a good story here. We'll also sort these Chinese stocks by 1 year performance, and take it from there. And we want smallish at the top. This will give us a good idea on how to play some of these Chinese names here. Keep watching here. 1 year performance, all big red here. Companies have lost so much in 1 year. But keep watching, 1 day, 5 day, and 10 day, and 1 month. Some of these are turning around. You go after such candidates here. Also, I will turn up this RSI level here and say low RSI, less than 51 here. So that way we get low RSI candidates. So look here, these are all the Chinese stocks. You could play game and buy some of these names here, and keep watching stocks which are turning around, like EDU here. Even GoTo is okay here. And look at BEK, another one of my favorite here. And we got Huya turning around, and you got few more here. You could play along. And some of you don't want to buy these small cap stocks. We could do one thing. We could sort it by capitalization here, and look at the big cap names and take it from there. So let's sort it by market cap here. There you go. We want the biggest at the top here. There you go. So as you look through here, we got PDD, PINDRGA. It's one of my favorite. Right now, we have got RSI level lower. As you can see here, we got RSI 45. So that means stock is dropped off here. DD, again, Chinese play here. It's a good one. You could buy this one too. Stock is down big time. We're trying to improve. Keep watching PDD and DD, some of these names here. They're trying to make some progress in 1 day, 1 month time frame here. They have not dropped off so drastically. So you could buy such names here and take advantage of this big downturn and go from there. Keep watching the 52-week here. They're down in the 52-week, from 52-week high big time, and trying to make some progress here. This is how I would play here and take it from there. And what I will do is I will turn off this filter here and look at all the big cap stocks here and see what we can make out here and take it from there. So I will remove the China here. Will turn off the filter for a moment and look at all the big cap names here. There you go. So this should give us all the big cap names here. I know many of you want to invest in big cap names because these are a little more better when it comes to risk play here. Let's say largest to smallest sort of market cap. That's good. So what's happening now is some of these smaller companies are coming at the top here because market cap is negative. Nothing is available right now. We'll sort through the noise here and go after here. As you look here, Microsoft is the newest king in the stock market here with the 2.4 trillion dollar market cap, highest right now. Then we got Apple, Google, Amazon, Tesla. Tesla came to the top nicely in the trillion-dollar club here. We got Facebook here almost reaching trillion-dollar club, and so on and so forth. This will give a good idea to you where the money is flowing. The moment market caps gets higher, the money flows into those areas. The moment you see these big indices are making their headway, Dow Jones up, S&P up, money is going to these names here. That's why it's good to pay some attention here and go after these names. And what we can do now is we can apply some criteria here and see what stocks we can buy. So first what I'll do is I'll say RSI level here less than 50. Let's say let's give it a little bit lenient here, less than 60 here. So that way some of these stocks are really doing nicely. They have a little bit higher RSI. Now you're getting here, you got all these stocks here. Stocks like Amazon.com here, you could still buy here. RSI less than 60 here. Stock is kind of trying to see where to go here. They're 11% down from 52-week high. You could look at Facebook, Visa, that also works here. Alibaba, J&J, these names are good. These are big cap names here. You could take advantage of this drop here and make some money. And we can also say, hey, I don't want big debt candidates. I would not worry too much about the debt for these folks here, like JP Morgan. Even though they got a good debt here, they do have good amount of reserves. They can easily withstand any downturn here. What I would do, for checkles here, we want to look at beaten down stocks here. I would say drop down this RSI level here instead of less than 60, let's say less than 55. This will give us even nicer candidates here. So that way these are beaten down here. You could make some money here. Look at Facebook, Visa, J&J, MasterCard. All these are good ones here to buy with the lower RSI levels here. And you could make some good money here. And go from there. We can also do little things like, hey, I want to sell some put option on these names here. You could turn it a notch higher and say, give me high IV percentile candidates. That will tell you, hey, what, if you can sell the put option on these candidates here. I will say greater than 45 here, so that way you can look at candidates where you can sell some put options with these high market cap names. Keep watching here. You could keep watching the IV percentile here. These are all the big cap names. You could sell some put option and make some money and take it from there. I will drop off this IV percentile here and look at a few more things here and take it from there. All right. So we still have our sort on. As you look through here, let's sort this by market cap, largest at the top here. As you look through here, we've got all the large market cap stocks here. Let's put the RSI level down here. Looks like our RSI level cap went off. There you go. So these are the ones you could still put some money on these stocks here and trade them and take it from their high market cap perspective. From a RSI perspective low, you could make some money by looking at some of these names here. And then what we'll do is we'll look at maybe one more trend here, and end there. So let's look at one more trend. I'll take this filter off here and put filter. Many of you want to look at hey, how insiders are doing, how institutions are doing. We could just do a quick filter here and say I want insiders buying and institutions buying. Show me only those names here. This will give you only those names where there are insiders buying and there are institutions buying. And as you look through here, many of these names are also have low RSI. As you look through, all the RSI levels are low here. Keep watching here. We got Robinhood. Institutions are buying big time. You got SNX. Institutions are buying big time. And we got names like Warby. This is a eyeglass company, as you might be knowing. Institutions are buying. You could play along, look at some of these names here where insiders are buying or institutions are buying. And these are good candidates for you to put some money. Given these are catalysts here, you could make some great money on these, and go from there. And next we'll look at one more play here. And many of you want to sell call options. I know many of you have talked about, let me know you want to sell some call options. So what we'll say is really turn this filter off here and say, hey, we want to sell some call option or buy some call option here and make some money, buying call options. This will give you some candidates here where you can make some money. This takes advantage of low RSI levels where you want stock to be sold off and low IV percentile. You don't want to pay too much money to buy call option. So this is the ideal candidate for you to sell call options where there is a low RSI level and there is a low IV percentile. These stocks have been dropped off big time, as you can see here in 1 year. From a 52-week high, they're dropped off. You could take advantage of these candidates and sell some call option or call spread here and go from there. Look at my favorite candidates like CRISPR here, down big time, done great in 5 years. And look at Tulio, one of my favorite here. DoorDash, I think many people will be using DoorDash. Stock is dropped off, trying to make some progress right now. You could look at some of these candidates to sell some put options, buy some call options and take it from there. So with that, I will end here. Thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.